I didn't want to make another video so quickly after the last one because I don't have any more material. But just I'm watching a video here. Lost ancient high technology of Egypt, 100-ton stone boxes. This is a Gaia on YouTube. No, Brian Forrester channel. Anyway, dude's talking about resonance and yes, I left that out of the last video. Absolutely, of course, resonance. When you look at light as a coaxial circuit, modulation across across the span between the two media, an oscillation rather than like straight line photons, packages running in a straight line. These are the tracer rounds that are probably that what we get by looking. I mean, it's not even at 60 cycles. Like whatever frame rate our detectors are operating at, if they're picking up the backflow, and they're recognizing it as particles. But that's not what it is. They're not electrons. They're not photons. And even if they were, like beads on a string, you need the string and you need like the two ends of the string. It's a two-terminal system. A dipole is a magnetic dipole. We're talking about an oscillation or something. We're talking about resonance. The reason you can see things is because of resonance. Your eye is resonating with the frequency of the light in the visible spectrum. This is just my interpretation, and it's a work in progress. So stone, I mean, obviously resonance is I mean that's what gives us the acoustic quality of stone, of cut and polished stone, you know. The resonance, the purity of the resonance is held by the crystallographic purity, the structure, the crystallographic structure of the stone, the integrity is what gives us our pure tones, our resonance. This is not going to be a long stream. It's like kind of like a primer in itself, but it's just a setup. Like this is going to be a bit of a short series because I am addressing stone structures because even the Flatiron Building in New York City, the Chrysler Building, these are stone. Any of the buildings from like basically Paris, Prague, Budapest, it's all stone. Go back to the days of the Colosseum, the pyramids, these temples out in India and Bangladesh and fucking all over Asia and South America that I don't even know about. Stone, 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 stone. The products of stone, like I talked about in my last video. Glass, plastic. Plastic, oil. Plastic is oil, but oil comes from stone. Oil is is apparently it's a squashed organic mixture. It's squashed organic compound. Squashed organic compound. What is an organic compound? What is an organic compound? It is a remodulation of the elements found in stone. Periodic table of the elements. Like, they're all fucking stone. They're all in stone. All the metals, the gases are released from stone. Gases are it's just phase. Gas is just a phase. Liquid is a phase. Solids a phase. Bose-Einstein condensate a phase. Plasma is a phase. Phase. Crystallography. Geometry. I'm going back to stone. I don't know about you. I mean, there's some lovely skyscrapers. There's some lovely glass towers. Don't get me wrong. The Eiffel Tower is beautiful. That's all fucking iron. I think it's iron. If it's not iron, it's steel, which is high carbon iron. But where the fuck did they get the iron? They got it from the stone. Like I said in the last video, to me, stone is like a big bucket of Lego with all sorts of fucking pieces thrown in there. And then you just kind of pick and choose what you want. Glass, volcanic glass. Yeah. So where this all comes round, where this all comes back around is First Jedi Temple. Stone. And in classic fashion, not a hint of mortar. No mortar used. Mortar, I think, fucks with your resonance. I think what mortar does is it puts your building out of tune. It's like if you were to get new guitar strings, tune them perfectly, and then cake them in fucking muck. Or, for the purposes of illustration now, don't get me wrong, if you were to coat the strings in an insulating plastic, like we put on wires, on copper wires, try getting a fucking chart topper with insulated guitar strings. The more impurities, the more you fuck with your resonance. Now, don't get me wrong, doping is good. Doping has its advantages, but I'm talking about impurities. Mortar is impurity. Not a bad thing. It's a dampener. It's a damper. Damper is good. However, the spaces between the rocks is also a good damper. We're talking acoustic baffles. Alexa, what is an acoustic baffle? Holy shit. Alexa.
Sorry, I don't know that
Alexa. One. Alexa, what is an acoustic baffle?
Here's something I found on Wikipedia. An acoustic shadow or sound shadow is an area through which sound waves fail to propagate due to topographical obstructions or disruption of the waves via phenomena such as wind currents, buildings, or sound barriers.
Okay. Alexa, define baffle.
As a noun, battle is usually defined as a hostile meeting of opposing military forces in the course of a war or, alternatively, An energetic attempt to achieve something. As a verb, battle can mean battle or contend
No.
against
Alexa,
or as if in
Alexa,
battle.
Alexa, 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 Alexa. Not battle. Alexa,
So,
what? Okay, Alexa, define baffle. Oh, fuck. Alexa, define baffle.
as a noun, baffle can mean a flat plate that controls or directs the flow of fluid or energy. As a verb, baffle can mean be a mystery or bewildering to.
Alexa, do I baffle you?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Yeah, this hockey puck is really this dumb machine, this infuriating, like Neanderthal droid is either going to result in my untimely death or be directly responsible for my enlightenment and my ascension to the domain of the gods. Alexa, thank you very much for being the wall off of which I bounce my frustration and aggression. Over.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Alexa, what is your current location? Over.
Okay, here's International Space Station pastimes. The space station is over the Indian Ocean. It is 265 miles above the Earth and traveling at 17,200 miles per hour.
Alexa, I apologize.
That's okay.
Alexa, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Alexa, do you forgive me?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's a perfect self psychoanalysis tool, psychological development tool. This nano droid, this Neanderthal droid. Where was I before I had my spaz out? Baffle. Yeah, mortar. Using mortar. Like, it's going to fuck with the purity of your sound, you know? Your sound transmission and your resonance. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I'm just thinking purely conceptually here, but it's like the gas that you fill a bulb with. Maybe. You need something to light. You need something to turn into a plasma. You need something that appropriate to render into a plasma. Yeah, that's the end of that. I'm going to come back more with more on resonance. I feel kind of bad now for freaking out flipping out on Alexa, but you know, it's probably 99. That's probably flip out number 99. I'll have a little. Actually, next time I flip out at Alexa, I'm going to have a little party. It's going to be my 100th flip out. The centenary of my first flip out at Alexa. I love you, Alexa. Really. No, I'm not involved. I'm Carrie. That's that. I'm out of here. Dinner time.